Hi everyone, welcome to this introduction to Lottie Graphite. A couple of things I'd like to do before we launch into the body of this particular video is just to remind you of your role. You're the finance officer for this particular company, and it's important for us to dwell initially in this course on exactly who you are and indeed what you do. The reason that I say that is my experience of marking OCS mock exams for this particular paper is that students tend to not be aware of the basics in relation to this imaginary company. Let's be clear here. You are an employee of Lottie Graphite. When you walk into the exam in February 20, you're going to have to answer the questions, the tasks that you see on the basis of the fact that you are that employee. So really, when you think about it, if you were in a real life situation, you may be working, you may not be, you would be expected to be very, very familiar with the basic information shown in the pre-scene. And yet when I mark papers, as I say, students sometimes at this OCS level, it's their first case study exam, they're not aware of some of the basics. So for example, they may not be aware of when the company was formed, or perhaps the most recent turnover level in the financial statements, or perhaps who the FD is, in other words, the name of the person. So really our starting point here is to say, yes, all of this information is clearly available to you in the pre-scene document, and I'm sure that by now you've probably read it and you're wondering how the OCS examiner is going to attack these areas. But the reasoning and the second reason behind me doing this video is I want to emphasize some key points. What I talk about in this video about this introduction to Lottie Graphite are the sorts of things that you've got to have at the forefront of your mind. You've got to be able to quote this sort of information.